Hello, this is Gemma from the Crafty Little Gem, and thanks for joining me today. So in this tutorial we are making a magnet, and I absolutely love these. So this was using the new bundle Cheers and Sips. I love this. You get your papers, your dies, everything. Love it. Today we are going to do one though in the terrific toadstools. So I'll pop those to one side. I have some of the 6x6 papers that go with it. I also have some double-sided tape, a magnet piece that measures 2 3/4 by 1 7/8, and a chipboard piece that measures 3 1/8 by 2 1/2. I have got a 6x6 piece of DSP. I'm just opening some more double-sided, and what we're actually going to do to start off with is we're going to cover our chipboard just on one side with some tape. So just down the long edges on either side, and then I'm actually going to just do one right in the middle there, like so. Make sure you press that down nice and smooth, and then coming onto our DSP down one side, I'm going to do some double-sided tape and across the top. I am going to do a few of these, so it doesn't really matter to me. But what I would do with this is I would add another inch onto whatever your chipboard is here. I would add another inch on here and another inch on the top. Cut that out, and then I would do the tape just on two sides. However, what we're going to do is we're going to then take our tape off the back of our chipboard, pop it within the corner there of our tape, and pop that down, and then just on the outline here and down here along the side of the chipboard. So we have our board surrounded. I'm just going to then trim away just where that double-sided is. I will use this for something else, and then we're just going to fold on each side, bringing that DSP round the chipboard. So now in each corner we have a square, and we are going to angle slightly from that square and then out, and I've left a tiny little gap just in this corner. Again, cutting it out just at a slight angle on each side, here and here. There we go, pop that in the bin. And then what we can do is we are going to take the tape off the two longer sides, grab your bone folder and just inch it up, and it will actually stay there where it's put on that side. Bring your fingers into the middle and then fold it over and press out. We're going to do exactly the same on this side, so press up with your fingers, bring it over in the middle and press out. Take off these two ends here and just bring in these sides and repeat exactly how you've done these two here, except you're going to bring that side in on there and there, and that will just give you some nice neater edges, nice sharp edges. So that is our background done. So if you have a magnetic sheet and you've cut it up, the shiny side is your actual magnetic side. The double side is what you want to be putting your double-sided tape on to adhere to the back of the chipboard. So again, 3 pieces, push it down, and then we can just pull those off quite easily. And that is going to cover, I'm just going to fold that over, did it too long on there. I'm going to fold that over and into the centre there. And now we can decorate up this top bit here. So I have some spare white card. Let's just have a look and see how this goes on. So I am going to do some stamping with this, and I think we're just going to do this one first, and this one is this bottom one here. So actually, to put the card in, I need to do it from the top. So we're going to start at this top bit here. We're going to pick our colour, which I want something quite bright, I think. Oh, Melon Manbo. So I'm going to ink this up and stamp the top there. Oh, I think, yep, that's the only one I'm going to do in that. Pop this one back. I'm going to grab the next one that goes with it, and I think I want, I think we'll go with pumpkin pie. Shall we? Yeah, we'll go with a nice orangey one on this one. And I'm hoping if I put that in there, we'll cut this one out first before we do anything, and then I can work it out. So we're going to pop that into our punch. You don't get a white border with this one, but that is one that we have. If I trim that bit off, yeah, lovely. I'm going to stamp right at the top again here for this one. So it's going to go there. I might go in with a different colour. That's a bit darker than what I thought. So we're going to go in with Coastal Cabana. Trim that one off. We can use that for something else. Let's see about this one. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, I've just seen another one though that I might do, so bear with. I'm going to trim that off. I'm going to keep that because I might be able to stamp directly onto that one, but I forgot that I had some of the in colours. So we'll go in with this one. I think this one might be even brighter. Oh yeah. So let's get rid of that before we get ourselves covered. We can trim them off and pop that one in like so. Oh yeah, that one and that one, lovely. So then we do need a stalk. So I would go in with I have got some here, and it looks like I've cut some off that edge there anyway, so we'll do exactly the same. We'll see if we can slot it in on that piece there, and we'll have one and two of them. I don't actually know where the other one went, I don't think. So I might have to do another one. Do we like that? Yeah. Oh, it's there, look. There's the other one. So we'll get that out the way. We are going to do some stamping. So we'll have them three. We'll have that larger one. We want those for that. And let's see whether that popping up to say hi fits on there. I might have a go at stamping that directly on to that, and we'll see what happens. So let's get those put back. What are we doing next? So we will be having to do a little bit of fussy cutting with this, but we'll do the stalk for this one next. I was going to do a couple more of these, but I think I'll do them off camera and then I can show you afterwards, because this one might take a while. And I'll see what the lighter, I'll go with the lighter one on that one. Pop that one back. We'll go with these. And see which one we prefer. On that one, and I think I prefer the dark one on that one. So we're going to grab our little snips, cut these out. Bear with. Around that bottom, and we have a stalk for that one. We have this one here that will go in there. And then we're going to have these three here. Oh, I've got my finger caught in the back of that. Be careful of your fingers when you cut in. There we go. That's that one for there. we've just got our little ones to do now, and I think that we'll go in with a berry burst. Looks nice. Pop that one back. These are a bit darker. Let's stamp that again. That's better. And I might do the topper in that actually. So these again, there isn't a die for these. So it's some fussy cutting. And you can do them individually or as a clump. I'm going to do mine individually because I like to make my life harder for myself, obviously. Tiny bits on this, look. That's one. That's two. And that is our third one. So this might work, it might not. We will soon find out. I'm actually going to do the popping up to say hi, and I'm going to go in with it straight on there. Oh, I like that. It worked. Okay, so now we can start building up our little picture. We might want that there, but we'll put the larger one down first. So I am going to have that on some dimensionals, I think. So we'll just go with one. And I want it off to that side. We have got the longer, thicker stem on this, so I'm going to go in with some of the strips that we have. That can go on there, and we're aiming for the middle, oop, to come down to the bottom like so. I'm going to have that one on top there. Cover that bit up there because I don't like that bit, I don't think. I'm going to go in with liquid glue. Oh, shall I have that coming in that way? Yes. So I'm going to, oh, I want it that way, so I'm going to turn it over on the back. Apply a little bit of liquid, and I don't have my tweezers there to help me with this one, so I'm just going to have that in the middle, and that can get tucked behind that one at the front. And then we have our tiny little ones, so again I think I'm going to have that one tucked behind the back, but then we'll have them sticking up a little bit more at the front. Or do I have them over there? No, I think it needs to be the other side. So a tiny little bit of glue coming up on each one. That's going to go right behind there. And then we have some, where are my dimensionals gone? I thought I had some smaller ones. we'll chop some of these up. So I'm just cutting some of the edges to use up every little bit. My desk is getting all messy. What have we got here? We've got two bits here. That smaller bit might just fit onto that one, and I might get, yeah, and I'll squeeze that bigger bit on there. So again, we're just going to take these off, and then we can place them. Have that little one there. I'll have this one over here. So that is one of our little magnets. The next one I'm going to do is, I've already prepped up the outside. This one measured 4 1/4 by 3. Wrapped it in exactly the same way, and this is using the Cheers and Sips collection. So that's the one I did, the same size as this one. This is some of the paper that Kate comes with the set. So I'm just going to build this one up on camera, and then I'll do I've got a coffee one that I'm going to do. So I've got Latte Love, and I have also got the Be Mine. So after this, I will get on and do those. So don't throw away any of your edge pieces. So any that have like a little bit cut off this side, because you can then put them to the edge and use them up. And this is a really good way of using up some of your little bits that are left over as well. I'm going to have that one towards that side because I would like that one in the middle. So again, my dimensionals on this just want to be in that middle bit, so it goes on here. So there we have that. I'll move those out the way, and then where is the Cheers and Sips? We're just going to go in with the Cheers. So we have the stamp, we have a thin piece of, yeah, we'll go in with the Berry Burst again, I think. Stamp up. I'll do it on this side, I think. Oh, lovely. Get that wiped off. If you're like me, you have to put everything back exactly where it was, because otherwise you just can't settle. So that's in there. Oh dear. We've gone with the Cheers. We're just going to cut this as straight as we possibly can. Take some more of that edge and that bottom away. We are going to grab some of our dark cardstock, which I do have a bit here. That would be better. Some adhesive on the back. We're going to use this side, and we want just a slight border. Pop that away, just give it a minute. And we can cut that out like so. And that can go up there. Again, I put this on some dimensionals. pop that at the top there. I'm then going to grab some little diamantes. And I'm going to use these ones this time. I'm going to grab my favourite tool as always. It makes life so much easier, she says, and then can't pick them up. Oh, I've got one. There we go. Who does not like a little bit of bling when it comes to a cocktail? Where can I put that one? I'll pop that one there. So that is that one. That is the Cheers and Sips. I did the other one in the Friends set, and I have just done one in the Terrific Toadstools. Thanks for joining me. I shall see you next time. I will do the coffee one up, and I will do the Be Mine up, and I will pop a picture up. Thanks ever so much, everybody, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye for now.